Hello guys, Joseph Sam here, URK22CS1024, and this is for the lab DevOps, the experiment number 4, CI pipeline for Python app with GitHub and Docker Hub. So the main objective of this program is to build a full CI/CD pipeline where we'll create a simple Python app and test it with PyTest, build a Docker image, and then most importantly use GitHub Actions to automatically push that image into Docker Hub. So the tools which we're going to use here and software we're going to use here is Python 3.11 for writing and testing the app, Git for version control, GitHub for housing the repository and workflows, Docker and Docker Hub for containerization and publishing the images, and GitHub Actions for automating and testing the deployment. So before that, we're going to see why we use a CI/CD pipeline. So this experiment combines everything from the previous lab and it automates it exactly how it's done in the industry. CI/CD pipelines are the standard practice where CI stands for continuous integration, which means we are automatically testing our code. The pipeline automates three key steps, which is testing, building, and deploying it. Testing where it runs the PyTest automatically ensures the code doesn't change and introduce any errors. And building is where it builds a Docker image to package the application, and deploying it where it pushes the image into Docker Hub so it can be used anywhere. So we're going to see the process here. So this is the command list with explanation on what is to be done. And we're going to go for the procedure here. So we're going to create the project structure. So we're going to add app.python, uh, and test app and init Python and the requirement files and the Docker files. So the requirement file shows what is required to download, and it verifies if this is there or not. So PyTest version is here. Docker file where you're gonna see from Docker, it's gonna take the work directory and it's gonna copy the text file and it's gonna run the pip install commands from the requirement test where it will install this and it's gonna run this. And this is the .git ignore file here. This will be used. It will be generated when a file is uploaded to GitHub. And the Python code is a simple Python code. So app.py where it's gonna add two variables here and then we're gonna say hello. And the test cases here, we're gonna verify the correctness of the add function by testing using test cases by using PyTest. So from here we can see the add function it's showing here. And then we're going to set up GitHub action workflow where we're going to create the GitHub workflows ci docker.yaml file, define the steps for checkout, install dependencies, run test, build the Docker image, and push it to the Docker Hub. So you can see the YAML code here. And then we're going to test it locally. So we're going to run the Python script and the Docker image on a local system using the commands python app.py, pytest-q, and we're gonna docker build dash t slash the your name or the name which is the Docker is there, and we're gonna run it. So while pushing to GitHub, we're gonna initialize the Git repo. We're gonna commit the files, which is staging the files, and then we're gonna push it to the GitHub. And then we're gonna configure the GitHub secrets here. We're gonna go to the repository, click settings, secrets, variables, actions, new repository secrets, and we're gonna put the two secrets, which is the Docker username and the Docker token. And then we're going to trigger the workflow. We're going to push the code into the main branch and check if the GitHub action is working. Then we're going to verify the Docker Hub is working or not, and it's available in the Docker Hub. So we're going to test it right now. And we're going to see here, we initialize the Git. And we're going to add, the lab. We're going to commit it. We're going to add the branch. We're going to put the website or the link where it's going to be posted. So this is my link here, joseph.telegram/devops experiment number 4.git. So after pushing it is going to see that everything is done. It's going to check the tag and we're going to push the origin here. And then when we open GitHub and we're going to see how the secrets are added here. So as you can see, we gone to the repository secrets and we're going to add the secrets here. This is the Docker Hub's username and the token here. and the workflow run log. So as we can see what all it's doing in the background. And then we can verify that image on Docker Hub, and where we can see the output is here. So at the end, we can see that the CI/CD pipeline was successfully implemented with automation testing of the Python application using PyTest, automatic building of the Docker image, and the deployment of the image to Docker Hub using GitHub Actions. Thank you.